I am hyped. Yeah, I said it, guys. I am hyped for Yuri on Ice. It took a while, but I'm finally over the edge. They did a really good job building up the Grand Prix finals. I am actually stoked for it. About damn time. Now, if you guys have been following me for the past few weeks, you would know there's a lot of critical things I said about this series. People proclaim it to be the best series of the season. And I'm just flabbergasted. How? In my eyes, I just see an average anime. But this episode, it picks itself up and it makes me care. It makes me care about the performance. They finally tell me how figure skating is scored. About that time. It took 4 fucking episodes. They make me care about the story, and most importantly, they're making me care about the characters. An anime about figure skating, guys, I don't think it has ever been done. I think this is the first anime that they tried going into this world of figure skating. So, I was expecting a full-on drama-filled series. Like, less comedy, less fan service. They didn't do that with the 3 episodes. But they did it with this episode, which I can forgive them. They did a really good job building up the matches. They're doing a really good job with the characters. We get to see the perspective on the figure skating world. Now, before I get any further, I'm just going to mention a few miscellaneous topics that I found pretty funny. First of all, Yuri runs very weird. His arms are like spaghetti in the wind. And these boys are fucking flexible. Now, that could be eye candy for the women. The girls are probably gushing blood all over their laptops. Hospitals are being filled. Yeah, people are dying. Because there was so much yaoi in this episode. I I don't know, man. It was at first, I was like, am I watching hentai? Am I watching hentai? Because there was a scene in the hot springs. You guys know what I'm talking about. Especially you women out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. In the hot springs, the people peeking in, they were thinking what I was thinking. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm thinking. We all know what was going on. What was implied, what was going on. Very, very yaoi-ness, and I got to say, man, the girls that are watching this strictly for the fan service, you girls are treated to a masterpiece of yaoi. The majority of people are watching this for the fan service. Let's be real. Because not till this episode was the story anything new. It was an average story. Let's be real, guys. Alright? It's not till this episode where it actually starts picking itself up. It starts becoming more than just average. Yurio! Why? Who texts like that? Who texts like that? He was doing the splits in the air as he was texting Yoko. Who texts like that? Why does he have to be in that position? Eye candy, maybe, but why are these guys so flexible? Me, when I bend down to scratch my knee, I start fucking yelling from the cramps I get. That's how unflexible I am. And yet these people are flexing like origami. Who are these guys? Alright. Now that I got that off my chest, let's get to the characters, man. The characters here have developed pretty damn good. Yuri, especially in this episode. This episode was mostly focused on him and him trying to figure out who he is as a person. He's always felt alone. He's felt so alone, felt like nobody was with him, because that's the irony about figure skating. In most sports, it's always a team effort. So when it focuses around a team, they never really delve into the minds and figuring out why they lost. They usually just train harder. They train longer. They practice more. But in this series of figure skating, it is a lone sport. You are an individual. If you lose, it's all on you. There's no one to blame. It is all on you. So the trauma that Yuri faces is more realistic because he can't blame anybody. When he fucks up, it's his fault. I like that. It makes sense why he was so traumatized. I didn't like it last week when he was able to just wash away this trauma really quickly because Playboy Victor is there, cheering him on. That didn't make any sense. But you guys thought it was realistic. I didn't. It would make him more nervous It will make it more traumatizing to perform if your idol was looking at you and judging you in a match that will decide his fate. That's just my opinion. But I am glad they're developing Yuri's character in this episode. He's trying to figure out where he went wrong, how he could find himself, and that's the beauty of this pairing. Now, I'm going to transition to the coaches because I think these coaches are going to play a huge role on how they perform in the Grand Prix. Victor and Lilia are two completely different coaches, guys. Lilia is the old-fashioned strict, you'll do as I say, follow these specific structure and you will succeed. Whereas Victor's more like, you find your own way of doing things, Yuri. You go out there, figure out what you like. I'll just teach you the basics. I'll teach you how to spin. I'll teach you how to land. But you have to decide on the music. You'll have to decide on the style. You'll have to decide on everything. Because that's how he's coaching. He's coaching Yuri in a more free way. Now, in a cliche anime, the obvious would be the coach that forces the student to learn a specific way would lose the competition. But I think this will benefit Yurio much more because he already knows what he wants. He already knows his style. He knows his grace. He knows his performances. He knows his music. He knows everything. He just needs to sharpen his tool set. So I don't think this will affect him in his performance at all. I think this will just make him even better. Because the whole strict coach thing, it's usually used as a plot device to make the student lose. Make him realize, oh no, that's not the right way to train. But I believe this will benefit Yurio. And Yuri will benefit from learning from Victor. With Yurio, he's got this fire under him now, man. He wants to win this badly. And that's what makes it bittersweet. Because they put stakes up here, man. They put stakes in this Grand Prix final. They both said this will be my last season. Holy shit. They put a reason why I should be watching till the very end. Because one of them will lose. None of them have won first place at all. So this will be their last entry to this tournament. And will be their last chance to win the whole thing. And one of them will not win it. That's sad. But it puts tension. It adds to the build-up of the match. Victor didn't really play much of a role. Just, he took a backseat this episode. He's letting Yuri do his own thing, making him find himself. I already explained all this. Now, that is pretty much the most important parts of the episode. Oh, other than Yuri, we find out that he has to go through this lower tier competition first before he's actually included into the Grand Prix. So he has to build himself up. I like that so much because he could use this build-up in the lower tier tournament to gain confidence, to perfect his performance on the big stage. Because that is his trauma. I am glad they didn't forget about that. They're still mentioning it a little bit. It wasn't focused around this episode, but it was mentioned, which I love because it should not be just brushed away that easily. So he will use this lower tier tournament to grow more accustomed, get more experience, more confidence to perform to his potential when he's actually in a Grand Prix. He's gonna win it, guys. That's obvious. There's no way he's gonna fucking lose. If he loses, I'll fucking throw my computer out the window. That's stupid. Girls who watch this video are probably daydreaming of Yuri and Victor making love right now. Because this episode, man, as much as I talk shit about the yaoi, the comedy and the fan service, that shit was filled to the core in the first half, man. There was that hot spring scene. There was that flexing of the legs. Holy shit. I've never seen men flex like that ever. And I never do. I never want to see that again. But they were doing that. And by God, man, that beach scene. Seriously, I swear to God, the women who were watching that scene when literally Victor said, who am I to you? Am I your brother, your father, your coach? Or maybe, am I your boyfriend? Girls literally fainted. Heart fucking broke like glass. It was insane. The whole world went to chaos. Yeah, there you go, girls. Girls who love this, the fan service, the ship. There you go. You got your fucking your moment of the week for that ship. You got it. Victor and Yuri will become a couple. That is pretty much confirmed with that statement. they will have little Yuri and Victor babies roaming around. Wait. Men can't get pregnant. That's right. I'm sure they'll adopt. They'll find a way to have kids. They will live happily ever after. So there you go, girls. That is your yaoi moment of the week. Yeah. In all honesty, it was well done. So that is pretty much it. Okay, now I gotta mention this. Yuri and Yoko are confirmed in this episode. You know why? Why you ask? They are texting. When did they exchange phone numbers? I don't even remember that happening. They are texting, guys. That is couple confirmed. I'll call them Yokuyo. I suck at ship names, guys, so don't laugh at me, but they are confirmed. So, there, those are your two ships. Yuri, Victor, Yurio, Yoko. It is settled. Enough said. It is in stone. The OST, again, it is fucking unbelievable. I love the OST of this series. The OST that played, which we got a name drop, which was fucking, honestly, it was really well done. A name drop is only good when you don't expect it to be dropped at that moment. And I did not expect it to be dropped at that moment, honestly. I thought that was going to be saved till the very end, like they do with every anime, but no. The music Yuri picks, you know, that's his thing in this whole episode. He's looking at to pick his music for his performance, and he calls it Yuri on Ice. OST that played while they were both performing at the end, then it transitions to Yurio. They're both having those inner monologue moments. Very nicely done. That's what really got me hyped for the match. It's gonna be a while till episode 12 or 13, whatever it ends, but yeah. Oh, mentioning of ending, girls, boys, people that love this anime, I'm sorry, but this will only be one season because, like they said, man, they said this will be their last performance to win. That pretty much tells it all. There will be no second season. There will be no reason for a second season. So this is it. And, you know, it's a bad thing and a good thing. It's bittersweet depending on who you are. But I think this is best. They'll be able to fully flesh out the characters and not make you feel dragged out. And it just made everything flow perfectly. No drags, just perfect pacing. So I'm sorry, it will only be one season. They foreshadowed it so much. Yeah, there's no need for another season. They said all these things. It will make no sense for a second season. And I love how they're portraying the world of figure skating. Because I don't know shit about figure skating, but they're making me care. As I said in the beginning, there was this one image that really stuck out in this whole anime so far, is the fact that when Yuri takes off his shoes, his feet are all battered. They're bruised, they're red, they're almost bleeding. I didn't know figure skaters went through so much pain to go through this. They say figure skating is a short career. Victor, who's only 27, is already done. He can't continue. It's a very weird sport. I did not see this sport to be like that. I didn't think it was a quick career, that it takes a toll on your body over time. So I'm very surprised. It makes it much more admirable seeing these characters work so hard, knowing their body will be destroyed in the process, to continue their dream and hoping they could achieve what they set out for. It is very lovely seeing that. So that is pretty much the episode. Again, man, I'm surprised this episode actually made me care. It took a while, but it finally got there. Yes, it is not average anymore, guys. Don't worry, it's above average, finally. But it still has a long way to go before I find a reason why it's still ranked number 3. How the fuck is it still ranked number 3, man? Drifters! Why not Drifters? At least make it top 2, guys. Come on. I'm sorry, that just slipped out. So that is the review, guys, of Yuri on Ice episode 4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Leave me your thoughts down below. Let me know. I gotta go. See you on the next video, guys. Sayonara.